Hello, baby, and welcome to Godfather Minute. My name is Alex Robinson.
And I'm Andy Robinson.
Together we are the Godfather Minute Brothers.
Was that with the Big Bopper?
That was the Big Bopper.
Oh,
yeah.
I guessed it right. I knew it was one of the three.
Yeah, it was good. Who were the other two?
Fredo and Sonny.
Fredo, Sonny, that's right. It's like Sonny and Cher,
Yeah.
Sonny and Fredo.
Hey, I just thought of a good bonus content. You just inspired me by conjuring the Big Bopper and I almost said Lenny Bruce. Who's the Richie Valens? Mm-hmm. We should talk about if they were like, which would be which of the three brothers would be which of those three guys. Anyway, we'll talk about that later.
Okay, that's the day the music went bada bing. Well, welcome back.
The day the music went.
Today we're talking about minute 108.
All day.
108. You know what I just realized today? I said, how many, not to get into your territory, but I was like, how many minutes do we have left in the movie?
In the movie or in the book?
In the movie. How many minutes do we have left in the book?
Well, I think we have, I don't know, maybe 10 more minutes? Pretty much Sonny dies and Michael kills everyone. It's like 5 minutes for each of those things.
Yeah. Well, don't forget Mo Green, too.
Oh, yeah. I can't forget Mo Green. Sorry, Mo.
It's easy to forget because there's not even a plaque or a statue or anything.
That's the whole point. You're supposed to forget him. We don't want any plaques drawing any attention. Do you think you ever...
We're smaller than U.S. Steel.
You would think that Hyman Roth would not want attention brought to Mo Green. And then he must have had a change of heart at some point. Right? Why would any mobster? Just like mobster rule number one. Don't
talk about mobsters.
Yeah, don't bring unwanted attention. But this guy wants a plaque. He wants a documentary made, statues.
That's like the Joey Zaza dilemma.
What do you mean?
Joey Zaza. Because if you remember in Godfather 3, they are angry at Joey Zaza for always being on TV. And he was like, I have to maintain a presence in the streets. You know, if I happen to dress nicely, whose problem is that?
I am Joey Zaza.
I am Joey Zaza. What can we do for you, Mr. Joey Zaza?
I am Joey Zaza. I want a plaque every 2 blocks commemorating me and other fine Italian Americans.
Gold statue in every corner. So yes, minute 108.
Mm-hmm. So I can't answer your questions about how many minutes left.
69.
Is it true?
69 minutes.
You did the math.
Yeah, I did the math.
Oh, gosh.
I asked. You
answered.
So minute 108.
What do we got?
Well,
do you want to learn how to say it in Sicilian?
Oh, that would be a cool idea. Yeah, what is it? What is it in Sicilian?
E minuto.
Numero.
100.
100.
Mm-hmm. It's one of the diphthong ones.
Because there's 8. 8's always a weird one.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
It is.
Why is 8 always
it's the rule of 8? Remember? Max told us all about that.
That's right. I forgot.
The rule of 8 just makes it weird.
Max always told me. Always follow the rule of 8.
He's a smart guy. Not like everyone says. And there's not even a plaque or a statue. Not even a podcast.
I want to see Mo Green. I'm not Mo Green. Hyman Roth after he goes to the dentist. And he's like, there wasn't even plaque. Thank you.
Every time I go to Las Vegas, there's a big cavity there because Mo Green's presence is lacking.
Anyway, so minute 108. In minute 108, Sonny arrives at his sister Connie's house, only to discover that she has bruises on her face. And Carlo, he does not take it well. He seems to get upset, but he just says he's going to get a doctor. He'll be right back.
Yeah, I disagree. He seems to take it very well.
But I mean, he does that thing where because she calms him down. First, he doesn't take it well, but then she calms him down. Yeah. He says, I'm going to go see a dentist. I'm get this plaque taken care of once and for all.
The dentist wants to meet with me. Bada-boo, bada-boo. What does he want to talk about? That dentist show his butt on the street and boom.
Spit all over your nice Ivy League suit.
Yeah.
You know, last time I went to the dentist, they didn't have one of those little cuspidors, those little toilets to spit into.
Oh, yeah, they don't do those.
They phased
anymore.
them out.
Yeah, they totally phased them out. I think it was unsanitary. Yeah. Unsanitary. But you know, that, what's another dental related thing that we haven't talked about?
Floss.
Plaque, floss. We talked about floss. Plaque.
Gum, gingivitis.
Oh, gingivitis. 200 dental hygienists on the street. That dental surgeon shows his gums on the street, and boom, gingivitis all over his Ivy League suit.
Pop had the ADA. Look what I got. Pop had a Colgate. Look what I got.
Pop had that little toilet to spit into. Look what I got.
A lot of money on them little white toilets.
I'm sorry. Tom, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. Come on. Let's have lunch. Mama made lunch. Although we can't eat it because it'll contribute to our dental disease.
I wonder if Mikey had to go see a dentist when his jaw was all broken. He probably didn't have time because his jaw gets broken, and then he goes to see the Turk, and then he's maybe in Sicily. Maybe Dr. Tata helped him.
I think Dr. Tata has a dental license too. It was 20 lira.
So yeah, and then the minute ends with we just see Carlo sitting on his front stoop. That's where it ends. So I guess Sonny's on his way to talk to the doctor.
Yeah,
and that's it.
Can we go back to the very beginning of the minute?
No, I'm sorry, there isn't time.
There's maybe 5 seconds where Sonny is leaving Lucy's apartment building, and right before he leaves, he sends one bodyguard out. Then he goes, then 2 behind him. Is that the formation you would pick, Alex?
He only has 3.
There may have been more outside.
Yeah, there were those guys pitching pennies out there.
Yeah, there probably were more outside. But I guess if you had 3, would that be the formation you wanted? Leaving your lover's apartment?
I would probably go 2 in the front. Just because, in that situation where you're walking out into something, it seems like having one. Presumably, you're afraid you're going to get ambushed. Yeah. So only if you only have one guy in front of you, that's only one person between you and the bullets. They're probably not going to get ambushed from the back because they were all waiting on the stairs and stuff. So. Yeah. But he was always hot-headed, that one.
Yeah. Yeah, he also has a reputation to maintain. He doesn't want to have everyone in front of him. It'd make him look weak.
Oh, yeah. A man in his position cannot afford to look weak.
Or ridiculous. I thought of the same thing. I think I'd want 2 in front.
Yeah.
For all the same reasons you said.
I think it's a good visual gimmick they do of having all the other guys are wearing hats except for Sonny. So Sonny stands out. And you can easily pick him out of the crowd because he has this big Jew-fro.
Yeah.
You can say that. You're allowed to say that.
Oh, I didn't say you couldn't. Now that I think about it, are you allowed to say that?
I think so.
Really? At the time, folks, at the time of this recording, it was acceptable to say that. So if you're listening in the year 3019, don't judge.
Hey, listen, if you're listening in the year 3019, you're lucky that you're alive at all because we're doing our best on this end to just totally make the planet uninhabitable. Yeah. So congratulations on thwarting our best efforts.
How's life there, fellas? Huh?
You got your Geiger counter on you at all times.
We have classic movies and internet and
food delivered to our house at literally at the snap of a finger.
Fresh water flowing from the sky.
We get this. We go to the bathroom in fresh, untainted water. Even the water that our poop goes in, we only insist on the cleanest water to hold our poop.
I don't know what kind of toilet you have, Alex.
I'm glad poop is once again come up on the show as a topic. Never fails.
Yeah, poop, cavities, and gingivitis. Oh, that may be the title of this episode. Gingivitis.
See how many more diseases we can work into the rest of the... Hey, I got a disease to bring up right here.
Okay.
Dermatophagia. Or I don't know how to... Phagia.
What'd you call me? Did you say you're diving into Phrygia?
Wrong show.
Say it one more time, please.
Skin. Tophagia.
Fake skin syndrome.
No. Phagia means eating.
Okay.
So it's
people don't say it.
What?
People who eat their own skin?
Well, I was looking up Connie turns around and Sonny does that thing where he like puts his fist in his mouth and like bites on his knuckles. And I've seen people do that in other movies and things like that. And I said, what is that? I've never seen anyone do that in real life, bite their knuckles in frustration. And so I looked it up and I could find nothing about that, the frustration part of it. But the dermatophagia is a mental disorder where it's almost like an obsessive compulsive thing where you bite your hand like out of like, like nervousness or whatever. And you like bite your fingers till they're like, bloody and stuff like that.
Man.
So dermatophagia. So maybe Sonny's showing the first signs of dermatophagia here. He's if he hadn't been killed on the causeway in how many minutes?
11 minutes.
Then he very well might have been brought down by his dermatophagia.
Yeah. Do you think this condition was named and existed at the time this scene took place?
Probably not. Back in the 40s?
No. But I do recall watching movies.
You have dropsy.
Yeah.
You've got what we call nervous fingers.
Nervous fingers. Take a half teaspoon of bicarbonate soda.
Castor oil.
Rest. They give that for everything.
Yeah.
Bicarbonate soda.
It's the universal solvent.
But I was wondering, back then, they probably didn't have diseases named, and maybe they've changed over the years. And I remember seeing in movies, but it was always in a comedy where someone bit their hand. Maybe if a pretty girl walked by, they would do it. But it just seemed to kind of be goofy comedy parody. And maybe Costello did it.
That's what I associate with that, with like some guy seeing a hot girl go by and he like bite their hands. But where do we see this? So one interesting thing is when I was Googling it, a picture of Leonardo DiCaprio doing it kept coming up. And it was from the movie
Shutter Island.
No, what's the one with the Wolf of Wall Street?
Oh,
the Wolf of Wall Street. And people seem to think that he was the one who invented this.
Oh, no way.
I know,
before his time.
I know, but there's a certain contingent, I guess, presumably of younger people who, for them, that is the iconic someone biting their hand moment, and that like people are imitating him doing it. It's
interesting.
I guess it's
yeah.
It's So anyway,
it's just one of those things.
I've never done it purposely. I'm going to try, and maybe I should start doing it next time I.
And really biting?
I don't know.
Maybe you'd have to get a tetanus shot then.
Am I going to give myself rabies?
I'd have to get a tetanus shot just looking at you doing it.
Plus, it would probably be better for your teeth, too. So you'd probably have to go to a dentist, too.
So I have a question for you. When Sonny, he's really upset and Connie tries to calm him down, and then Sonny seems to relax. Did you buy it?
No.
And did Connie buy it?
I'm guessing Connie did, because she didn't say, like, why don't you come here? Oh, no, don't go to get the doctor. Stay here, have a cup of Sanka or something. She didn't, like, try to stop him from leaving or anything, which presumably... Yeah. So, no, I think she was maybe just too flustered to we don't really see many... I think we don't see many scenes of Connie and Sonny interacting. So it's hard to know what their relationship is.
Go show Carlo the tree. That's one. Yeah, not really much. Right?
There's this scene, and then there's the next scene where he gets shot on the call.
Yeah.
Does he see her in that scene, or does he call her?
No, he doesn't.
Oh, so this might be the only scene other than that one thing. Huh? Go figure.
Yeah. So I have a few other things.
Go ahead, sock it to me.
I really like how Sonny says, hey, when he's trying to calm Connie down, he says, hey, am I going to make that baby an orphan before he's born?
Yeah.
It's very similar to what Michael later says to Carlo.
Oh,
like, what am I going to make my own sister a widow? Doesn't he say that to Carlo later?
Something like that. Yeah.
So both brothers using a similar line on Carlo or on a Carlo related incident.
Yeah.
And they both fell for it.
Maybe later on Connie talked about that to Michael, and that's how we got the idea for the line.
Connie's like, I couldn't believe I fell for that. I'm such a sucker.
She wrote it down in his little book of things to say next time he's threatening
things
somebody.
To tell Carlo when I'm going to have him killed. And you don't see that in the scene, but he is using that notebook. he pulls it out and references old lines.
Wait, rather than him doing it, I want him to tell someone else. I want him to say like, "Oh, Cheech, next time I'm beating up someone, make sure I say I don't want to make them into a widow or orphan." I don't think it's funny that it says, "Well, I'm going to make him an orphan," meaning I'm going to kill your husband and you. So you're.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because she'd still be alive. You wouldn't be an orphan.
That's true. Yeah. That's why she's getting so upset. That's why she stopped talking. He's like, "Oh my God, he's gonna kill me."
She's like, "Okay, you can leave now. Bye.
Go kill Carlo. It's all right. Go kill him. I'll be here."
A Freudian slip. What am I gonna murder you and dump you out by the causeway? I mean, I'll go get the doctor.
Oh, there was Connie in the phone booth later. The toll booth. It all comes back around.
Oh, also, just one last thing about the knuckle biting thing. Another famous example in the Golden Girls opening credits, we see B. Arthur biting her hand in a kind of dramatic pose. So,
and is it always out of frustration when you see it? I don't remember the Wolf of Wall Street example.
I don't. I just saw the clip of him doing it, but I think it's out of like frustration.
Yeah.
So let's try to do that from now on.
Okay. And is it the fist? Yeah, I think it's the
people can't see at home, but I'm practicing different ways of putting my hand in my mouth. I think
you might have had it. It was the inside of your wrist.
Really?
No, that looks weird. But kind of turned. My ring hit my tooth.
Oh my God, you put your whole hand in your mouth.
Oh my gosh. Woo. I definitely do not have Nostalgophagia.
I hope you had clean hands.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Pass the little toilet bowl so I could spit into it.
Get me the toilet.
Call my dentist. Have him bring me the toilet. I don't trust the dentist down here who doesn't work with that little toilet thing.
Well, I don't get to spit into a little toilet. Why am I treating me with such disrespect?
If the toilet's there, I know I have a dentist. If it's not, I know I don't.
Okay, you're giving them all Hyman Roths.
If the little toilet bowl I can spit in is there, I know I'll have gingivitis. If it's not, I know I won't.
Wait a minute. Are you trying to tell me that if I floss twice a day, then I'm not going to have any cavities? So the last thing I had was that Connie and Carlo's relationship.
Connie and Carlo?
Connie and Carlo.
Okay.
Not Carlo.
Okay.
The relationship kind of has an impact on like three big scenes throughout the movie, because obviously the wedding starts with the wedding, and then it's Sonny meddling in not taking Mama's advice, meddling in their relationship that gets him killed.
Yeah,
and then of course the baptism is when Michael settles all the family business. So Connie's kind of like the maybe she has more control over events than we're giving her credit for.
But do you feel like she's deliberately making things happen, and she's just playing off the victimized person who's more like a pinball, just going through life, reacting?
Oh, I don't know what's going on.
I'm just on the Queen going to Europe.
My son Victor, he's gonna give me a car, he said. Well, it does add, that would add another layer to her believing that Sonny was just leaving to go get the doctor, and her just being like, okay, like not like that. Either she believed he was getting the doctor, or was just like, well, I have enough plausible deniability now where I can say I thought he was getting a doctor. Certainly in GF3, she's much more of a Lady Macbeth type person behind the scenes doing the.
One thing I do remember is that she and Al both gave the order to have Joey Zaza killed.
Well, simultaneously.
They just while Michael Corleone was in the hospital because of his stroke.
Oh,
they're the ones who gave the green light to Vincent to go kill Joey Zaza.
I didn't ask. I didn't ask who ordered Joey Zaza killed.
Oh, sorry. I thought you asked. I didn't ask.
Whenever anyone tells me some unsolicited information now, I'm going to say, I didn't ask what time the movie started. So, you got anything from the book?
I do have a few things from the book. Just a couple bulleted items. There are
bulleted items. Don't say that.
I gotta exterminate.
Funny papers.
Page 240. I'm not going to read. I'm not going to quote, but I'm just going to summarize some differences. Sonny was going to Connie's to pick her, going to her apartment in the city in Manhattan to pick her up because he thought that she was going to back to the compound to visit their parents. So he happened to be in the city, so he was just stopping by there. Just a little background information of why. You may have been wondering, why is Santino Corleone at Connie's house?
I didn't ask. Well, that's very green of him to pick up her while he's in the city and stuff.
Yeah.
He was people don't give him credit for being an early conservationist. Ecology, as they called it back then.
You mean through carpooling?
Yeah, carpooling. Yeah.
If there's anything we could say about Santino Corleone is that he did not contribute to global warming that you, listener in 3019, are suffering from now.
We should do a dub of it, and then the scene where he's beating up Carlo with the garbage can. You should put in, that's what we're mixing up your recyclables with the garbage can. He was all looking mad. Leads don't go in the recycle bin.
You put the number twos with the number threes with the compost.
He takes it very seriously. Yeah.
Next time, separate the glass.
So anyway, what else? What else you got?
A couple other things. So they were both supposed to go visit Mama and Papa. Also, guess how many flights of steps Sonny went up to Connie's apartment?
Oh, boy.
Not flights. Yeah, flights.
Yeah. What flight does she live? What floor does she live on?
Yeah.
It's
not really significant, but
I'm just trying to get inside your head. Like, how high would it be? Because if it was on the second floor, you probably wouldn't even have brought it up. So I feel like it's like got to be like on the fifth floor, and fifth floor walk up.
And here's another clue. Remember, or it's a non-clue. He's kind of fit guy, so you don't really see him huffing and puffing.
Well,
but
not at that moment, but earlier in the before that he was.
8 flights of stairs.
8?
Yeah, Connie lives on the 8th floor.
Oh, you're talking about Connie, not Lucy.
Oh yeah, sorry, did I say Lucy? Connie.
No, you might have said
Connie is on the 8th floor.
Thinking, okay, so they probably have an elevator then in that case.
They do, and that's why I bring it up. Sonny never uses elevators because they're quote death traps.
Wow, that's a good.
So Puzo pointed out that he would go all the way up 8 flights, even though there was an elevator there, just because he knows they're death traps.
That's tragically ironic because I think one of the last times you see Sonny is when the elevator's going down into Bonacera's thing, and his body's on the thing there.
That's the last time he used an elevator. Oh. Interesting. Really interesting. What else we got here?
And also, doesn't one of the... on the day they settle the family business, someone gets killed in an elevator.
Clemenza shoots. I think it's Cuneo with the shotgun. Yeah, and Clemenza's walking up the stairs, huffing and puffing. He's like, Sonny. I was glad Sonny was gone because he wouldn't have made me walk up all these stairs, but I ended up having to walk up the stairs anyway. I hope to get to the stairs to shoot Cuneo sometime this month.
His wife made him take the stairs.
Don't forget the stairs. Yeah. That's his exercise plan.
Yeah.
And let's see. Oh, and so as Sonny, backtracking a little bit before he walks up Connie's stairs, as he's pulling up, he sees Carlo driving away. Mm-hmm. Oh, which you don't see in the movie at all.
Yeah.
So it must have been a fresh fight, or they fought earlier in this, and maybe they had stopped fighting for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, you think if they had just fought, it would have been a little crazier maybe in the apartment, or maybe not.
Yeah, and plus I think in the script it mentions that she had been crying. Like she looks like she had to been crying. I feel like if the fight had just happened, she would still be crying when they get. But who knows?
Yeah. So it's funny that he goes driving away.
Yeah. And he probably didn't know Sonny was coming, I assume.
I don't think he did.
Yeah.
No, he didn't. Yeah, because Sonny just dropped by unannounced.
Right.
He's like, hey, I figured I was in the city and you were going back to Mama, Papa. Let's see. Oh, Sonny, in the book, when Sonny knocks on the door, she opens it right away and he sees her right away. Mm-hmm. In the movie, she turns and walks away from him, and then it's a few seconds before she turns around. Much more dramatic, I think, the way Coppola does it.
I think so, because we see it before Sonny sees it.
Yeah.
I'm not crazy about that makeup as.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think maybe I just had my TV isn't bright enough. Maybe I didn't have the brightness up enough. But I found that when she first turns, the left side of her face is still very shadowed, so it's hard to. And that's where like the main bruise is. Oh, so it's hard. It doesn't stand out as much as I.
Even when she turns around.
Not immediately. I think later on when she walks a bit, she gets into like a slightly different light and it's more obvious to me. But anyway, nitpicky stuff. But
although I'm thinking now, I think Coppola did a better shot than how it's expressed in the book. But it would have had a pretty cool impact too if the camera were from Sonny's perspective. He knocks on the door and she opens the door and boom, you're just faced with Connie beat up like that.
That's a different way.
Yeah.
But then we're learning it at the same time that Sonny is.
Yeah.
I guess the other way you could say like, oh my gosh, how's Sonny going to react to this? You have that second of like apprehension of like, oh my gosh.
And then when she turns around, that's the sort of the punchline. It's like, oh my gosh, Sonny really does have dysphagiacness. And
I was too distracted by you saying punchline.
I know. I realized that a little too late. Bad pun. Unintended. Pun intended. What else we got? And there's a little bit more dialogue in the book between Connie and Santino. And Santino asked her when the baby's due, and she says in, guess how long?
How many weeks? How many
weeks or months? Yeah. How many? He goes, hey, how many minutes left, Connie?
How many months along is she supposed to be? I'm going to say she is 7 months along.
You were exactly right. She's due in 2 months.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Excellent.
Oh.
So you've got a score of 1. You missed the Connie's apartment on the 8th floor.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
So you've got a score of a whole 1.
1-0.
Yeah. You're batting 500. That's pretty good.
That reminds me, we got to do the you have to update me on the trivia quiz. Remember you were doing that trivia quiz that went chronologically?
Yeah.
I feel like we haven't done that one in a while. So
we can do that.
Update that one.
Although I remember that real quickly, we ended up flipping it and we would give it multiple choices and you had to pick the question.
That's fine with me.
They're just too easy for
yeah.
pros like you and me.
Yeah, totally.
Well, that's all I have for this minute, but I do want to say that I love Sicily, don't get me wrong, but I'm kind of glad to be back in the action of New York City.
Oh, sure. Yeah, it's
fun.
Well, and plus, Sonny's a fun character. I mean, it doesn't help also that in Sicily, like no one is speaking language really that we understand or anything.
Yeah.
So it's not as meaty minute to minute.
Mm-hmm.
Well, speaking of which, what do you think we should rate this one?
Oh, it's a good one.
It's tough now that we're not in Sicily. We have to finally get back to our like regular scale.
Yeah, we got to recalibrate.
Yeah, recalibrate. We got to recalibrate.
Well, you got Santino's just great.
I'm torn.
Yeah.
All right, I'm good. I'm ready.
Yeah, I think I'm ready too.
1, 2, 3. I was like, it really would be like 3.5.
I know it would be a solid 3.5,
but
couldn't do it.
Couldn't do 4.
Couldn't do it.
It's not enough.
Yeah,
but still a good.
It's solid.
Good solid thing. It establishes the relationship between Connie and Sonny.
Mm-hmm.
We get to see that Sonny, even though he's a hothead, but also this is, I think, the first time we see him getting mad like on someone else's, like protectively. I guess he was doing that also before with Pop, wanting Pop shot and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But this one seems more like out of it's not mob related.
Yeah.
This is the first time we see him getting angry for being personal, not business.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The other ones are business things he was taking personally. Yeah. This is just a personal thing that he's taking businessly.
Well, I think we forgot that there was a scene earlier in the movie where they're eating at the table at Mama's house, and Carlo tells her to shut up. Remember? And Sonny says, "Hey, don't tell her to shut up." And then Mama says, "Oh, mind your own." Mama says, "Mind your own business. Mind your own business. Don't tell him to shut up." But do you remember that?
Yeah.
So that was foreshadowing of the conflict between those three.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. And Mama saying don't interfere.
So stick around for the bonus content.
Yeah, we'll have. I'm sure we'll come up with something clever.
Oh yeah, we got some good stuff coming up.
And I guess
until next time.
Yeah,
there will be
no acts of vengeance.